It was nighttime, and I stood in the ground, mighty and still. The wind howls through the bare trees and sends the mounds of snow cascading down my mountainside. All is quiet, besides the men in the forest and their slight crackle of the fire, like a tiger growling in a cage. But I am dreary. The mountains experience winter with its crisp and benumbing clasp, creating little hats made of snow. The mountains experience summer and spring, where the little girls pick roses and the little boys play tag in the mud, and the sun glows with its rays of gold and diamond, giving seemingly endless rays of life and love. But it shan't last. In autumn, the mountains are orange and gold, and the mornings are foggy as the frost hugs the bare trees. It gets very quiet in the autumn. How do the mountains endure such things? How do they stay standing when the children leave and the snow comes? How do they bear it when someone falls along the mountainside, never to be seen again? No one, not even a mountain, can stay silent after all this pain. Whenever I give love to a man or a woman or any wee child, I end up regretting it. Regret. That bitter, chilling, gelid word. When I find a pure soul, I try my hardest to make them happy. I give everything. I make the flowers grow in their brightest colors. I lead the fall leaves in a yellow and gold dance. I bring hummingbirds and buntings and cardinals. But they leave. They run away from me and my love, and they run from all I give them. It is rueful and crushing. But I let them leave in spite of this. There was one who was different. One who caused me so much sorrow that I could never trust myself to love ever again. It was a terrible winter when the storm hit. Ice penetrated the trees, and gusts brought crystals crashing down. It was hard to tell if anyone was there, or even alive. But I saw her. It was a woman with a bright red umbrella that stood out like the eye of a hurricane. She was struggling with it, and her feet came up off the ground once or twice. I could hear her cursing under her breath, but I sensed she had a beautiful, honest, pure soul. I wanted to help her as the storm was slowing down. She fell in exhaustion. I was so worried, so frightened that her life was dripping away like dew on a leaf. I cared so much I didn't know what to do. The poor woman was hacking and coughing and finally collapsed on the ground. She was still alive, though, but I had no clue what was happening to her. As strong and sturdy as I may be, I thought she was gone for good. My emotions got out of hand. My thoughts and feelings swirled in an endless tornado of anguish and grief and fury and sorrow and remorse, until I realized the woman was twitching. Her head was beginning to rise, but it was too late. I was so enraged, and my heart ached so much that it conjured up another blizzard, with fleeting hail and whirlwinds of snow and ice. I could barely hear the maiden's cry over the screeches of the storm. I waited. It was agonizing every second as her cries got fainter and the wind was only a whisper and the snow was settled. There was nothing. Then one wind blew, as if it were a last wail from the woman, and I saw her. The red umbrella and her pure soul were being whisked away from me again. I told myself that it would be this way, that I would end up sorrowful and grief-stricken. The woman's family would soon hike up the mountain, take her, and leave behind her mark in the snow, her mark on me. The woman with the red umbrella would leave a dent in the snow forever, and that dent is called regret.